Hello. Is my stuff playing? Yes. Is it at a good volume? Please say yes. Or don't. Be honest. Don't actually say yes if it's not true. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed because OBS had another update. Actually, it had the update for a while. I just didn't get it. So I got it today. And of course, it moved all my sound settings around. And okay, question for the OBS knowers. It's okay if you don't know. Can you like move the position of the things on your audio mixer? Seems fine. Okay, thank you. My worry is the music being too loud. Also, hi Juniper. All right, so if the music's loud, say, "Hey, dummy, your music's too loud." Yeah, anyway, the thing that I was saying is that the audio mixer things are too far apart for me to both see the volume of my mic as well as the volume of the music that is playing. So that's kind of swag. And you may say, "Oh, put it in vertical mode." I don't like putting it in vertical mode. I find it more difficult to see how loud things are, but maybe that's the meta. I don't know. I've had them in horizontal mode for like the entire time I've ever used OBS, which has been like... I don't think I want to know, actually. I'll say something, though. I won't call you a dummy. Well, thank you. Anyways, I'm back with the same bullshit. We're shiny hunting Eevee in this goddamn apartment building. And we're gonna reach odds today because I said so. Also, it's not that far away. And I haven't done any more resets because I haven't felt inspired. Also, the actual wait, 7676. Please. Damn it. I want to be here. What? What? I mean, that sounded sad. That sounded sad. It did not mean to come out that way. Well, hello to everyone. Wait, if you want to be funny, claim the first redeem right now. When it happens, ah! Oh, you mean the, okay. And I'm like, what the heck are you do? Oh my goodness, congrats on being first. It's funny to me only because a couple of people have been feuding over it. So I'm like, wow, let someone else have a chance. Have some new people. Well, hello. Surely I don't go to odds, except if I go to odds, I will not be surprised. Because once again, for the uninitiated, I've said it like so many times. The odds are 8,192. The odds of going over odds. Oh my god, wow, Bianca, congrats on being first on the totally real first redeem. Congratulations. I must have it set wrong because I could have sworn it was only redeemable once. Oh yeah, there's like a 63% chance you go under odds. What are the odds? 1 in 8,192. 8192. In this game. Anyway, where I was going with that is that the past 7 hunts that I've done have gone under odds. Yeah, 8192. So, it is very, very likely that this will go over odds, just based on what my previous hunts in this game have looked like. I can't keep getting away with this shit. It's lasered into my brain now. No, literally, that's what it's like for me. Oh my fucking god, my doll keeps falling over. She's kind of annoying me. Stand up, please. Thank you. I probably shouldn't even be shiny hunting because my right hand really hurts. I'm using my left hand to Joy-Con and also to clicky the button, the county button. But it hoit. Why does it hoit? That's a lie. I haven't been doing shit. Oh yeah, wait. That's what I was gonna say. I wasn't inspired to shiny hunt, except that's like semi a lie because I was doing a bunch of stuff in Swish. And it's not even shiny hunting related. It was Wonder Trade related. So I was hatching a bunch of stuff for Wonder Trade. And earlier I was catching a whole bunch of stuff for Wonder Trade. It was so annoying. Oh my god, I hate Sharpedo. I hate it. I hate that shark. What I wanted to do is I wanted to find Fletchender and Horsey. And what I kept finding were a bunch of Sharpedo swimming at me faster than I can run away from them. And it's like, okay, this is just kind of annoying. I'm annoyed. And so I ended up catching a bunch in Scarlet and Violet. And I was, oh my, my shiny luck for the day went to the random ass shiny Luminion I got in Scarlet and Violet, which sucks because I can't even Wonder Trade it in Swish since Luminion isn't in Swish. Because they hate it. I don't know. They do hate it though. How the fuck is Luminion in more Switch games than Carnivine? That just ain't right. Ain't nobody like that thing. Also, because the Mystery Dungeon music is playing, I've finished my most recent save file. Or, not finished. I beat the main story of Explorers of Sky. Once again, excellent, excellent, excellent game. To whoever made the comment in a video of the OST for the credits, whoever said 7 out of 10 game that'll change your life, first of all, bump that number up, but second of all, you're absolutely correct. Your life will be changed by a not perfect, but above average piece of media that just connects with you specifically. So that's been yay. And I think the combination of holding the DS and holding the Switch have not been kind to the hands. Me when autism literally. I mean, you know, not to make any assumptions. But how many neurotypical people do you think are full odds shiny hunting? I'm specifying full odds because I imagine in the newer games with you have a bunch of methods to get easy shinies, which are not bad. Don't feel bad about using them. But like they are objectively easier to get if you take advantage of all the things that are presented to you. But full odds is still full odds. How many neurotypical people do you think do full odds? I think the answer is 1. I was gonna say 0, but then I thought, well, there's probably somebody. At least 1. 1 gay Bowser. But gay Bowser isn't neurotypical. Also, what the fuck does Mario actually say? When he throws Bowser at the end of the which one is the last one? Is it Bowser in the Sky? Bowser in the Sky in Mario 64. What the fuck does he say? He doesn't actually say gay Bowser. What is he saying? It's okay. Everyone collectively agrees that he's calling Bowser gay, which is to say, hey Mario, why do you feel the need to specify that? That could read kind of homophobic. Maybe you should rethink that. Have you not seen what your brother is up to? I don't know anything about the Mario lore. That's not my realm. All I know is that the one thing came out Mario Galaxy, and I heard it was kind of mid, which yeah, duh. Of course it is. But I imagine if you like Mario, you're probably gonna like it because you're like, oh my god, Mario. But if someone like me, my hater ass, saw it, I would be like, oh, I don't care for this. Unlike me when I watch what's like a mid to bad movie that's fandom related. I'm like, oh well, it can't be Rise of Darkrai because that movie is objectively good. No, it's probably not. You know what? It is good. Shut the fuck up. It's me liking Arceus and the Jewel of Life. It's me being the one singular Arceus English voice Defender. I'm not gonna say enjoyer. I'm gonna say defender. I don't mind it. He says so long Bowser, but he does the Mario thing, so it says so long Bowser. That would make sense. My only other thought is, like, does he say King Bowser? I don't know. Name the Eevee gay Bowser. If I do get it, we could see if it accepts. I say if it accepts because I know that there is some language filtering that's been added to the Switch version, so I don't know if they'd let you type gay. And you may be like, huh, why is that? And I'll be like, well, they probably don't want you typing, I hate the gays. That's what I'm trying to say to myself. We're gonna hit 7777 today. We're gonna hit the jackpot. We're gonna get shiny Eevee. And I'm gonna go, wowzers, shiny Eevee. Now I can play the game and look for... It's so funny. How am I gonna end up with 2 yellow fire dogs on my team? Why are they all yellow? There's 2 colors of shiny in Gen 1. Green and yellow, apparently. Yowizer. God bless, God bless. And you know what? If you're a Yuri enjoyer, you can just imagine Bowser in, like, what was the year where Bowsette became popular? You can imagine Bowsette. You can imagine, I'm deadass trying to think. Are there any popular trans headcanons for Mario? I don't know. You can say Luigi is a trans woman, because why not? Birdo? I mean, yes. And there's also that one, the one purple one. Or is she just trans? See, in my brain, Birdo is just trans, but, like, I don't actually know the lore. Same with that one purple, the one purple, character from some Paper Mario game. I don't know either. No! It's okay, it's okay. That means we get to both agree that Birdo is trans and no one can argue with us. Exactly, exactly. But even if it wasn't true and people wanted to argue with them, you could just ignore them. It's my headcanon, you silly goose. I can think what I want. I know the truth. I am feeling extra transgenderful. Ooh. Update. Transgender update. I did my first T-shot since 2022 last Saturday. Yippee! And it was really easy. Yippee! The fucking pharmacy didn't have the big bottles though, which kind of sucks. But, like, whatever. I'll live. It only sucks because they're the dinky little ones are slightly more expensive. Hell yeah, yeah. I was glad that I was able to just get it filled though, because it's been such a fucking pain in the ass. Somehow getting the prescription was the easy part. I literally just walked into the doctor's office and she's like, oh, what are you in for? And I'm like, I want hormones. And she's like, I got you. And I'm like, yes! Fuck yes! Well, that was easy. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Pharmacies are annoying. I want gender. You know what? I'd say I agree, but I kind of don't. I kind of just want to be like a clump of moss on the sunny side of a rock. I want whatever that is. Click. I've acquired gender and it's not all it's made up to be. Exactly. And I'm nodding my head. Look, if you want gender, you can have gender. You could also tailor it exactly to your liking, but if you don't want gender, I'm gonna tell you a secret. You don't have to have it. Also, hi, Bug. When they ask me if it's your first time taking meds and I have to... Oh my goodness. At least this time I have my... So the reason why they didn't fill it is because my insurance doesn't cover it, which, like, a fucking course it doesn't. But I had to like, call the pharmacy myself and be like, hey, I know they're not... Wait, why are you dying, Bug? I know they're not covered. Can I self-pay? And I'm like, why the fuck couldn't you call me? Huh? Why is it my job to get my meds? Fuck you. It's not the pharmacist's fault. It's insurance's fault. So, of course, also, today, I got a spook. Because I got an email from the cert. Oh, anxiety attacks. I'm so sorry. That was me on Tuesday. So I understand. Did I finish my statement? Oh, I got an email from the surgeon's office about a scheduling update, and I was like, ah! Ah! It changed by like 2 hours. I thought, you gotta be fucking kidding me. After all the trouble I went through, you're gonna fucking move the date? No. It's earlier in the morning, which sucks, I guess, because it means I gotta wake up earlier. But other than that, it's like, whatever. But 9:30? What the heck? I'm gonna be so eepy. Wait, I guess I'm gonna be eepy, and then I'm gonna sleep for 2 hours. 2.5 hours, approximately. Did that one count? Now it did. Excellent. Eevee. Please be shiny Eevee. I would like to get out of the apartment. How unwoke of you. Well, you know, I guess you're right. 9:30, oh my lord. I would become an Event Horizon and eat everyone. It's in the morning. Like, it's not great, but whatever. My only thing is, I'm gonna be so fucking hungry, because I don't know if I'm allowed to eat anything before then. I don't know if that affects... Oh, morning, my sleep. No. Eep. Wait, speaking of sleep, I got a shiny Caterpie. Wait, shit, that's where my shiny luck went for the day. Fuck, I'm not getting Eevee. I got a shiny Caterpie and I got that Luminion. Who even like... Okay, I kind of like Luminion. I kind of like it. But I also don't care that much about it. But it is yellow. No Eevee, no Eevee, 34K, 34K! Mind you, the number says 7723, so we're not even at 10K, let alone 30K. That would... scary! Can that please not happen? I would like to be able to get to the Safari Zone by June. I want to Safari Max. 34K, mark my words. I'm scared. Please, no. What have I ever done? It can go 30K in the Safari Zone. I just want to be able to get there. We can go 34K on some other hunt. What in the world? All right. Something's got to be done. Something's got to be done. That got auto-modded. It did. It's literally on the lowest settings possible. This is why I hate auto-mod, because it holds back stupid things. I understand in theory why it would hold it back, because if a straight came in here and started calling me gay boy, I'd be like, all right, what the fuck do you mean by that? But I know what you mean, and I say it's okay. I need to charge me phone. Eat hot chip and lie. Wait, no, that's a woman thing. Sorry. I'm appropriating. Yeah, like, this joke has been apprehended by the funny police. Twitch automod is funny police. Oh, so you're telling me I typed in to be like, oh, is it gonna catch these things? Typing in transgender related like slurs, and they didn't get caught, but gay boy gets caught. Curious, how curious. I reckon that don't make much sense. This eevee. I reckon this eevee should be shiny. Nidoran gay boy. Oh my god. We have the the accompaniment. The accompaniment to Nidoran woman, Nidoran gay boy. Okay, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if I add gay boy and Nidoran woman to my permitted terms list? And then it doesn't get flagged anymore. What are you gonna do then? Nidoran is truly the most auto-modded Pokemon. Nidoran is the most woke Pokemon, apparently. Because they think that comments against it are comments or disparaging comments against minorities. Wokemon, thank God. I mean, yeah, of course, you can play a woman in this game, don't you know? When you can play as a woman, that's when game woke. Game woke when woman. Game woke when people of color. Which doesn't, well, depends what you think. I imagine that most of the characters in this game are Japanese, based on the fact that it's Japanese, based off of a Japanese region. What? A girl? In my video game? No! And they're like, Ash baby. Nah! That's what these freaking crybabies sound like to me. Oh my god. I have to play as a woman? Calm down. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm like, I give you like a head pat. It's okay. You're gonna be okay when a woman exists. Ah! That's what it's like. These people are fucking losers. And like, I get it in theory. I mean, the why is because they're losers, obviously. But it's like, oh, no, this thing isn't made to cater to me. No, why not? And I'll have to say, dipshit. What do you think about all the people who aren't people who look like you who play a video game and they have to play as a man? You're just like, okay, fine, whatever, I guess. I have a fucking story about this from today. Oh no. I'm scared. But like if a woman is playing Resident Evil, are they gonna be like, oh no, I have to play as Leon Kennedy? I mean, maybe, but I imagine a lot of people are gonna be like, okay, this is the character that I'm playing as. So it's the same if you're playing, what's the character who's gonna be in Witcher 4? They're gonna be like, oh, I play as main character woman in Witcher 4. Or, oh my god, I forget the name, the protagonist, the Latina from GTA 6. Wow, Latinas, yippee! They're just gonna drool a lot. Okay, well, sure, but I'm making a point. It's just you're just like, okay, whatever, this is the protagonist of the game, I guess. It's only men who are like, oh no, I have to look at a woman. Fuck you mean? Everyone else has to do it. Get over yourself. Thank God Tomodachi Life is woke. Woke bastion in this cringe Chungus world. I say as I've not played it. I was dead ass so tempted to... Can you even get the demo on Switch 1? I only have a Switch 1. My dinky Switch 1. That runs Scarlet and Violet like shit. And, but then I thought that drawing on the characters' faces... First of all, I would get too into it. Second of all, I was like, would that be like... Would that hurt my hands? This is probably easier for my hands. Also, I want this goddamn eevee. And I'm finally not wonder trading, so... I mean, wow, if you wonder trade, you might wonder trade with me. You might get a bagel Seadra. I named all my horsey and Seadras Bagel. Why? I don't know. Oh, wait, no, I do know why. It's because I have like a cup, a little decorative cup. It's not decorative. Well, I use it as that. And it has like little breads on it, and one of them was a bagel, and I'm like, okay, bagel. Imagine you get a Kingdra and its name is Bagel. Like, it's silly. It's cute. Go my bagel. We're almost to 7777. We're Newman by. eevee. Or I'm gonna get it under odds. I want to get it at exactly odds. Or exactly 1 over odds. Because I think that would be funny. Either way, we are hitting odds today because I said so. Oh. I went out wearing clown makeup and a pretty dress and tons of clowncore shit, and I got so many compliments from other girls saying my outfit is cute AF, and we're like going back and forth and loving each other. Also, I met a super nice old man who called me a lady and a cool skater boy who fist bumped me. Meanwhile, in the very sunny center of the city, I got fucking hollered by a bunch of teenage boys who thought the most appropriate thing to do was yell obscenities and slurs at me. I'm sorry that happened. I was gonna say, of course it's teenagers. And that feel... And then, that like, oh, well, no, no, but they did say that shit. They did not have to fucking do that. Ugh. You can't have any fucking fun without people being annoying. Nah, it's fine. I got compliments from girls and a cool skater dude and a nice old man. I'm happy. Yay! The goods outweigh the bads. But haters will still unfortunately be haters, but you can't let losers drag you down because that means that they are living not fun, not whimsical lives. Imagine going... I was gonna say sorry to these teenage boys. I see in my brain, ooh, the basketball shorts. The basketball shorts, the cargo shorts, basketball shorts. Basketball shorts are so high school coded. How unwhimsical of you. You have to whimsy max, because otherwise what the fuck are you doing with your life? We need to get rid of cringe culture. It needs to stop. Please embrace liking things. I know, says me, hater. But we can like things, it's okay. I'm just gonna say this whenever anyone makes me sad. That is so unwhimsical of you. Just give them like a thumbs down. I think of the thumbs down in the context of like you're driving and then someone like cuts you off or does something dumb and you give them a thumbs down instead of flipping them off. But then would that make them more mad? And the answer is yes. Yes, it would. Because at least if you flip them off, you're like returning the anger. But getting a thumbs down is the same vibe as like someone shaking their head at you disappointedly. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I wouldn't know though, I'm too... I'm the not paying attentioner on the road. How real, bestie? I don't know, how real? Raising my eyebrows. Except I can't actually do that. Ah! And it makes me mad every time when my dad can do it, my brother can do it, I can't do it. Why don't I have the genes? Why can't I go... That's the sound of me raising my eyebrows. Me when someone cuts me off and I pull out the oversized Looney Tunes sign with a sad face on. No, that's kind of what I'm envisioning. You just look at them and you do a big... Like you frown and you like shake your head and you give them a thumbs down. Like I would explode on the spot. You can't fucking do this to us. So it's a good thing that I've never had to do it because I don't drive. I should learn though. Nice. No, it's state level. It would be fine. Wow. Just so I can keep my passport. Slay. Did I even finish what I was saying earlier about having to go into the pharmacy and changing your name with insurance? And being like, oh, are you here to pick up your testosterone prescription? What's your name? And then I give legal name at the time, very feminine name. Oh yeah, I'm here for my testosterone prescription. And it's like, oh no. I hate this so much. I hate you. This is the worst. And now that I've changed it with insurance, I don't get that anymore. I just pull out the name you've probably never heard on a person before. And people just think it's a girl's name anyways because they look at me and they're like, So I can't drive the driving. People said I'm too silly. Also, I crashed the car and it made the silly clown noise sound. No. That was a terrible. It's actually because I suck. Driving makes me too scared. The only reason why I would want it is so that I could have an ID. And it's like, well, I suppose it would be a useful skill to have. But it's really annoying to have to retake the stupid test every 2 years. And paying for a new permit. Mahi. No, that's the sound of you squeaking your shoes on like a freshly cleaned floor. Wax floors. I want to lay down on a waxed floor. But I also thought that I wanted to lay down in the grass, and I did that earlier. But the problem is that I get enormous headaches when the sun is shining directly on me, like I'm a fucking vampire or something. And the sun was shooting directly in my eyes somehow, even though it was the afternoon, and I just went inside, and I just had a massive headache, and I'm like, oh, this fucking sucks. Whatever, I guess I'll take some Tylenol. And so I'm looking around for Tylenol, and we didn't have any. And I'm like, what the fuck? How do we not have any Tylenol? That's like the only pain meds that my mom can use because of her other meds. And the only Tylenol we had was Tylenol PM, which is like eepee time. And I'm like, fuck it. So I took it, and I was a eepee. Like I'm a vampire. What do you mean? Prefacing this with, I hate Jackbox. Jackbox makes me stressed. But one of the things, I don't remember which game it was, But it was like pointing. Either way, you had to point at people, and the one thing was, who do you think would be the best vampire? And everyone freaking pointed at me, and I'm like, huh? I mean, I'm like, oh, like vampires are cool. I'm not like offended, but why do you all think that? All of you. I don't know most of you. What the heck? I'm not chugging Tylenol PM. That would probably be bad. I was gonna say bad for your liver. It might be bad for your liver or your kidneys. I don't know. It wouldn't be good. I was worried that it would knock me the fuck out because my experience with EP time medicine is that they knock me the fuck out. Oh my god. I don't remember why, but I had to take NyQuil for like something. That shit knocked me out. A fucking horse tranquilizer. All right. I was worried that was gonna happen. No, I was just like kind of. They want to be bitten by you? Yeah, well, they better stop. That's not gonna happen. We're almost, we're one away from jackpot number. I don't know, that's so sad. I was gonna say I'm like an old person at the slots and I'm feeling up the slots. No, that's sad. Gambling is bad. But you'll never guess what I did on Tuesday. After I was like, all right, there's a Genshin update. Aw, man. It was boring. I gambled because the new character dropped and I was like, all right, I want her. She's cute. And I won my 50-50 for once after losing it like 4 times in a row. So like, yay. And I also got the 4-star that I wanted, but I only got 1 copy of him. So he's shit. Because that game fucking sucks. It sucks. Because they make the 4-star units barely usable until you get them until you get 7 copies of them. It's so annoying. I may not gamble, but I do love claw machines. That's at least somewhat skill-based. I say somewhat because they're gonna like rig the machines to make the claw grab less strong sometimes. But that at least requires some skill. And I also do love claw machines, but I've not claw machined in like a hot sec. I used to be pretty decent at them. I literally think my most recent... Oh no, my most recent claw machine was like probably almost 8 years ago. Because after our theater shows in high school, we would like go to a nearby CC's Pizza, and they have like a very tiny arcade, like a couple of cabinets, and one of them was a claw machine. And like every time we'd went, I'd get a couple things. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm decent. I got a Migu and Amiya statue last time. Did you go... Are you talking about like an in-person thing, or are you talking about like one of those app things where you can claw machine from a distance? Claw machines are my favorite machines. I don't care that they're rigged. I find them fun. They're so good. Yeah, in person, slay. I want a claw machine. I don't even know where a claw machine near me would be. Ain't nothing near me. That's so fun, though, getting prize figures from the actual machine and not just, like, buying them. I tell myself that they're fun when the sunk cost fallacy kicks in. Well, if you're at the point where sunk cost kicks in, that's your sign that you need to stop. But also, this means you have to go through your training arc, because I'm seeing them in my head, the machines that you get figures out of. Aren't a lot of them, like, the ones with, like... I don't know what the correct word would be, like cables, wires, whatever, and you have to push the box through the gaps in the wires. There's gotta be a strat for that. What if you, like, use the claw to, like, push it? Gonna make Shifty looking at with claw machines near you, and it would work on me. Actually got value last time. Yeah! I don't know, I just kind of grabbed it. I mean, if it works, it works. But I'm sure that there's a meta. But do you want to go meta, or do you want to go swag? Do you want to do swag strats by grabbing it? I don't know. Because I know that there's, like... I used to watch someone who very... Not occasionally. It was like a phase. Do the online crane machines or claw machines, and they had like a whole bunch of different types of them. And I'm like, this is absurd. Apparently you're just supposed to aim a certain space, but I clawed at the center and it worked. I mean, yeah, if you want to get super meta with it, I imagine that if you're trying to grab the object, it's probably better to aim for specific things. Like, I don't know, if it has a really big tag that you can loop through, maybe that would be good. I don't know the meta. Claw machine meta, me when I see someone use the F tier basic grab over the A tier tag hook or the S tier wobble toss. Oh, that fool. Don't they know that it'll never grab it like that? They're just gonna waste all their money. And then you push up your glasses like your fucking, what is his name? Gendo Ikari from Evangelion, and it does the glasses flash thing. Ha! Fools. You're supposed to, like, hit the area where the cord is, apparently. What is that supposed to do? Is it to push the thing? Anyway, what I was saying before is that there's somewhere you, like, pick up balls and you drop it into, like, a little, I don't even know what it's called, but they have, like, little indents, and you have to try and get it into the one, and then it'll release the trap and drop it in. There's probably, like, fucking Plinko beep, 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 beep off the pegs. Do you get it in the right slot? They do fucking anything. Push his glasses up. Shing noise. I have over 300 confirmed claw machine prizes. Wowzers. The one ball one makes me very mad. I imagine that the quirky ones are like extra rigged. Meanwhile, with the grabby ones or with the cable ones, those ones are a lot more straightforward, because I imagine the only way you're gonna rig those realistically is just with the claw strength. I guess technically you could, like, you could put things that would, like, obstacles. But I don't know, I feel like manipulating the claw strength would be just the easiest one, so it would be the most likely one, because I don't imagine that people who make crane cabinets would want to do all this fancy shit to sabotage you. They want to do simple shit to sabotage you because it's less work. 6 is pretty good. I don't know how often you go, but that's not bad. If you're having fun and you're not spending hundreds of dollars, then it's good. That's another thing with those online crane thingies. Oh, they're so easy to spend so much money and you don't even realize. I guess you gotta look into the crane game meta. The coolest thing that I probably won from a crane game is, I forget what the franchise is called, but it's like a Serval girl. I think her name is Serval, like the cat. And it's like a little keychain thingy, like a plush keychain. And she's cute. And she's on my plant shelves. I've spread my trips out, but I have spent hundreds of dollars. Wow! As long as it's spread out. If you're having fun and you're not spending hundreds of dollars, oh, well, there's an issue. See, because then it breaches into the territory of, okay, this is just gambling problems. If you're spending $200 on a single crane game in a sitting to get one thing, then yeah, that's probably not healthy. But if it's here and there, then it's just like, okay, well, that's, I don't know, it's just like you're going to the arcade and you're spending something. My bank account is not crying. I go there for fun every once in a while. See, if you're hurting for money and you're doing it, then obviously that's bad. But if like you can afford that, then whatever. It's my night out type deal. Exactly. Like instead of going, I don't know, going to the movie theater and getting some snacky, you're going to the arcade and you're playing some crane game. Are there any decent movies that came out recently? I don't know. Except I look like a mall goth playing arcade games by myself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That would be me. There's a freedom in going and doing things out by yourself. Who cares? I'm allowed to get food by myself. I'm allowed to see that movie by myself. I get to do what I want. Wasn't there that Frankenstein? Oh, wait. Was it? I do know what you're talking about. Wasn't it about like the Bride of Frankenstein, and it was Mary Shelley like reincarnated, or like they fucking dragged her soul back and put her into Bride of Frankenstein? I didn't watch it. I watched the trailers of it, and I remember thinking, oh, I know exactly what this movie is going to be like, and I don't even have to see it, and I'm not going to like it. I see. It's going to be very 2010s, very surface level, trying to be feminist. I feel it in my bones. I don't watch a lot of movies. Most modern movie I watched was Inside Out 2, though. What did you think of it? I think I watched that movie on a plane or something. It got a middle of the line reviews, apparently. That makes sense. I'm like, it, you know, not to base things off of the trailers, but just based on the dialogue that I was observing, I'm like, I don't think it has a lot to say. Which is, like, not a bad thing, but I would not like it, so I'm not gonna see it. I have other things to do with my time. Like play Mystery Dungeon for the 7th time. It's so funny how Smokescreen just hits bosses in the fucking kneecaps, shattering their kneecaps. They can't do anything. But only single bosses. If it's a group boss, we still get fucking curb stomped. Thanks, Doug Trio, earth powering me from across the arena, and I can't fucking do shit about it because my partner isn't using bullet seed in that direction. 28 years later, did pretty well. Is that new? I didn't think that was new. Well, new as in this year. I thought that came out last year. I don't keep up with movies. So the thing that won Best Picture at the Oscars or whatever, I ain't know what that's about. Inside Out 2 was really good most of the way, and then it hit the last quarter and I literally couldn't stop crying because the representation of anxiety was real to the point that it genuinely hurt. Wait. No, I do remember it. I'm like, I don't think I remember it very well. Yes, I do. Aware. I was gonna say, I think I remember liking it, but I also just don't remember it very well. I remember. Vine Boom. I should watch it again, though, so I could form an actual opinion. Oh, they're making another Mummy movie. Oh my god, I watched the second one a couple weeks ago in the theater. That's why I went to the theater recently. Oh my goodness. Does it have Brendan Fraser? Anxiety broke me a hell of a lot. That felt too real. They were summoning demons in the writer's room. I don't know. Only reasonable explanation. Wait, it's coming back to me. The hockey summer camp. Oh god. Apparently no. Bad movie. I'm kidding. That's the only one that I know. I don't know many actors. I can't recognize many actors. Brendan Fraser is one of them. And that's mostly because another reboot? Who the fuck cares then? Why would you ever reboot something that's fine? Like, if something exists and it's, like, good enough, why would you reboot it? Money. I barely recognize any actors, too. Oh, my God. I'm trying to think of who I recognize, and I'm like, well, I could probably recognize, like, Zendaya. I'm blanking on name because money. Obviously, it's because of money. It's so fun whenever any, like, original property that's, like, good and clearly has a lot of care put into it does really well, and then instead of being like, oh my goodness, wow, so we see that people, you know, this kind of stuff really has the power to, like, bring people to the theaters and like, watch it, and then they're just like, but that doesn't make any money, so let's not do that again. What do you mean? The Rock is in it? Is he gonna be a scorpion centaur again? My goodness. I know the name Ryan Reynolds, but I only see him as Deadpool, so yeah. Oh, yeah. See, like, a lot of them, I'll be like, okay, I know that name, but I don't know what you look like. I couldn't recognize you. If you put on a wig, I will not recognize you. I recognize The Rock's face, that's fair. But I imagine that's also because he wouldn't want to change his appearance very much. Like, put on very heavy makeup or prosthetics. That's just my impression, though. Squid Game is an anti-capitalist message and now is a monument to capitalism. It's the way that we're doing Squid Games in real life, just at totally face value. Like, we have to be intentionally missing the point. There's no other way to interpret this. There's no way you can't read this much. I've only seen season 1 of Squid Game, full disclaimer. I do like saying, I've been here before, I've played these games before, because I think it's funny. But I do not know what happens in season 2 nor season 3, only season 1 exists for me. Another Evil Dead 2, is that the one with Shlee? Sorry, Ash? I call him Shlee. Nobody calls him Shlee but me. Or is that something else? I've played these gays before! Me... What is that what does that mean when I'm... The originals are with Ash, but these ones aren't? Good riddance. No, yeah, because there was like a show, an Evil Dead show, and I watched a couple of episodes of that with my friend, and I'm like, I get that this is probably intentional, that they're writing this guy to be like an enormous sleaze bag, but I still kind of hate his ass. The fuck? He's still sleazy, and it's making me go, ew. Those are more horror comedy. This reboot looks more like just horror. Well, then what's even the point? What's the point if it's not fucking goofy? Just make your own original property. It's okay. Money because money because money. I get it. But why? I hate money. I hate capitalism. Money ruins everything! More silly horror movies. Everything should be the goofy haha. See, yes, and I'm a goofy haha appreciator, but I am also a goofy haha hater because sometimes I think, well, there's really a time and place, and this isn't the time nor the place you're doing it at my birthday dinner. And this is just kind of me taking me out of things. But if your original property is goofy haha and you're making it so serious, grr, we're so serious. Why? We don't have to do this. Give me more silly horror. Give me Willy's Wonderland 2. I will be there. I'm gonna show up. That's gonna put me in theaters. Nick Cage shut the fuck up for 90 minutes, the movie. Nick Cage playing pinball for 90 minutes. My ass would be seated. That one copy pasta, the employees are trying to get me out, but I'm simply too seated. Twould be me. Say what you want about Nick Cage, but he puts his whole Nick Cage-ussy into his roles. Why did I say that? You understand, though. He puts his entire self into his acting roles, and I have to, like, you know, I respect it. I respect the grind. What the fuck? What else am I supposed to say? Nick Cage-ussy. Yes, that is, yeah, that's what I said. Because if I say that, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I understand the essence of what is being said. I'm not going to say it because I can't. I don't know if there is a time where he half-assed a role, but I feel like there's not many instances on him half-assing a role. I need more context. There is no context. The context is, haha, I thought it would be kind of funny to say. Instead of like, oh, you're putting your whole body, mind, and spirit into it. I'm saying you're putting your whole Nick Cage-ussy into that performance. If you get it, you get it, and if you don't, you don't, and I can't explain it to you, and I won't. I mean, explain the joke so it's not funny anymore. Yes, I understand. This would be the best time to find a shiny eevee. But I would be, I don't know what the correct word would be, but I would be firmly opposed to naming a pocket monster after a real person. Because what if it comes out that they've done something horrific, and then I just have this thing named after them? Whenever I think of copy pastas, I think of, I need oil. I can't stop drinking it. See, and I don't know what you're talking about. Twitch didn't notify me. Oh no. I'm sorry, but hello, Shuri dude. You haven't missed much. They're also apparently making a scuffed Pinocchio horror movie. Now that's genuinely a why. A why. A who asked for this? Who wants this? Well, thank you for the hydrate and the posture check, of which I shall do both. All right, posture checked. Hydrate done. Pinocchio lies and extends. Yeah, he's gonna lie so much that his nose is just gonna... That's the sound of it extending, unsheathing like a sword, and piercing through you. Abdomen style. It fucking guts you. That's what I'm trying to say. MK2? Huh? Oh, Mortal Kombat? True, and nothing scarier than puppets. That was my only thought. I'm like, is this just supposed to be like a puppets are scary? Because, like, whatever, I guess. Many killer puppet movies from a certain... Are we talking about FNAF? Pinocchio points his nose down and stabs the earth. Holy freaking moly, he's gonna go to the moon. Okay, but if you were able to hang on to Pinocchio and he shot up to the moon, what then? Unstoppable force meets immovable object. Well, I don't think the earth is immovable. It's just really difficult. And, oh my god, I forgot to block fucking, I hate bots. Y'all are so annoying. See, what would actually happen is that Pinocchio just keeps going upward, And depending on the rigidity of the nose, how stable it is, it would either break or he would just keep going. Because Pinocchio, I imagine, is the lighter object in this scenario, unless he is somehow heavier than the Earth, which I think would have other implications. Me when I accidentally move the Earth's orbit by 2 inches and send us flying out of orbit. No! Put us back! Pinocchio's nose becomes so long he becomes a celestial body. See, but how sturdy would that nose have to be to be classified as its own thing? Me when I notice that a song's repeated. Interesting. Some kid is gonna, like, break his nose off. See, that's what I'm thinking. I imagine if you go up far enough and just the rotation of the Earth is gonna swing him so much that it's gonna snap at some point, and then he's just gonna be adrift in the cold void of space. What's he gonna do then? What then, huh? Is he gonna fucking... eventually he stopped thinking Cars JoJo Part 2 style? He just stops functioning because he's just chilling in space forever. Puppet Master movies from Full Moon Pictures. They're old, though. First one's from 1989. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it would be FNAF. Sorry, I'm too zoomer-brained, I guess. Although, is FNAF even popular with the youth these days? I imagine they probably, like... I don't know, what mascot horror is big right now? Poppy Playtime? Something on Roblox? I don't know. And then you have slightly older kids being like, oh, well, back in my day, we had Five Nights at Freddy's, not this cringe Roblox shit. And it's like, brother, you liked cringe FNAF shit. Garten of, yeah, of course, Garten of Ban. How could I forget? Okay, but, like, low-key, Garden of Ban is obviously terrible, but, like, it's really funny. So I kind of like it because it's so bad. It's silly. It's a little whimsical. What else is horror? What's trendy horror? I don't know. My thought would be, like, Resident Evil? What's a Terrifier? We had the same thought. I'm like, well, Resident Evil isn't really horror-y so much anymore, is it? It's a lot more action-y. And yeah, there are horror elements, but ever since 4, from my understanding, it got less horror-y and more action-y. You haven't heard of the Terrifier? No, what's that? Is this a moment where I don't know, like, I don't know who Clavicular is, because I'm so sorry I'm not as chronically online as you. Is that one of these? That I don't know what a looks-maxing is? It's literally just excessive gore held together by a terribly loose plot. Oh dear. I mean... Industry Plant series, it's pretty good. I'm getting conflicting opinions. I think Resident Evil Biohazard was pretty horror-y. That's with the fungus guy, right? I think that's the only one with the fungus guy that I don't really know. Fungus Man? Okay. Well, that would make sense because it's with like a different character who would do different things. And so it would make sense that because they're doing different things that it would be different. He is a bungus up in that fungus. Yeah, well, maybe he should not do that. What would happen if he was just like gardening? and he was like spraying around some fungicide or whatever, and he accidentally got some fungicide on himself, and he just started fucking dissolving. What then? What if the moon was made of cheese? What if this eevee was shiny? That's the real what if. Me when I accidentally Garten instead of garden and lag my world with violent topography. It's so funny. How are those models so unoptimized? How? It's so bad, but it's so funny because how is it so bad? You have to like go out of your way to make it that bad. I don't want the excessive gore in my horror make me terrified of the enigmatic. Don't just say, and then the evil tooth fairy will kill you and game over. No, but don't you see when the evil tooth fairy gets you, it's gonna the jump scare is so scary. It's gonna go up in your face and be like, rah! And then the teeth have like 10 rows of teeth, and they're all human teeth because it's teeth that they stole, and this is gonna take your teeth. It's so scary. My movies are vehicles for practical effects. Practical effects. I gotta respect practical effects when I see them. Although I'm usually not super squicked out by gore. It depends, though. I feel like I've gotten more soft over the years. I mean, whoa. I'm usually so checked out of everything that nothing bothers me. That's crazy. Oh no, 10 rows of teeth. I find that so scary and not anything else. Okay, well, fair enough. I was trying to think, okay, FNAF jump scare. They get up in your face and they're like, rah! And the camera shakes or whatever. I'm like, what would a tooth fairy be? They would have a lot of teeth, I guess. I don't know. Like a shark. Except they take your teeth and they put the teeth in their mouth. I don't know. Teeth maxing so I can chew faster. Somehow, I don't think that would help you, but maybe. What kind of teeth, though? Are we mixing and matching? Are we going all flat teeth? Are we going all the teeth that are like in the back of your mouth? Are we going with the sharp ones? Teeth maxing so I can teeth faster? That makes more sense. Teeth maxing so my dentist fucking hates me. They say, you gotta stop fucking coming here. We're gonna start charging you more because you got... What is this? Dentists hate me the way I never go to them. True! Though Terrifier is definitely gruesome, I respect the actors having to do all that work to make the human disassembly look as real as possible with the budget they have. Oh my god, I love thinking about that. Unfortunately, I have like kind of a hard time getting entirely like immersed in movies. I always think about like, oh my goodness, I wonder... I see like a piece where they blow up like a huge set piece, and the only thing I can think of is they could probably only shoot this one time because they're destroying the set. That must be crazy. That must have been so cool and scary because if you fuck it up, you're not going to be able to do it again because you're fucking blowing it up. Me, when literally every single time I get to the end of it's not Alien, The Thing. Fucking firebombing everything. Wow, they could have only filmed that once, probably. Good movie. I like that movie. I wonder if vampires have orthodontists for the fact that their fangs get in the way of their lower teeth. Probably depends on the vampire lore. Because in some stuff that I've read, it's entirely fan fiction. They can, like, retract their fangs so they're smaller. So it depends, I guess. Good taste. I like that movie. Also, I've never seen The Dark Knight. Hee hee. Should I? Probably. Oh, wait. I remember why I was thinking about it recently, because, directed by Christopher Nolan, ? Yes, you should? Okay. Look, I know that people like those movies, but it's just like never been like a, oh man, I gotta see that. It's just like, oh yeah, people like those. I might like it. I don't know why people like Christopher Nolan so much. It's unfortunately in my brain, he has the impression of guy that really annoying film bros are obsessed with. You're a big guy. No, not at all, actually. Not to say that the movies are bad, just that I imagine the fans being extremely pretentious. I really did like the movie. I don't know if it's my favorite, but I don't know what movie is my favorite. That's... Literally, at some point, a lot of my favorite things are things that I just picked. I like, what merit am I deciding my favorite off of? Because I can't do things, so I'll just be like, okay, this one's my favorite. So for a lot of things, I can't explain why it's my favorite. It just, like, is. It is because I picked it. I haven't watched a movie in a while. Fair enough, fair enough. Becomes less of a list and more of a slider. Yeah. Especially when it's like a, well, depending on the day that you ask me, it could probably be a bunch of things. That reminds me of Doctor Who, greatest show in the galaxy, my favorite serial. That's so... Based on where you're located, that checks out. At the Cinemax, Sylvester McCoy was meant to just walk away and the tent get blown away, but the shows and producers didn't tell him that they decided to use explosives instead and blow the tent up, and he stayed in character the whole shot, and some debris even hit his leg. Oh my god, and injured him, and he didn't react at all? Oh my god, I hope he's okay. I mean, I'm sure he is. What a badass, I love Sylvester, autism rant concluded. You and my favorite movies are as fluid as my gender. Holy freaking based. Who is Sylvester McCoy? I'm trying to rack my brain. Wait, are the earlier seasons still lost media, or was that misinformation that I was told and I believed it? Seventh Doctor? Who? That's not like the bald guy, is it? I don't know if I know that guy. And like, I only know it's not new anymore, but it was new-ish when I watched it. Some of the earlier serials are still on. No! That sucks. Rah! I hate lost media. Sylvester was 80s. Okay, yeah. I only know reboot stuff. And I stopped watching in one of the seasons with the Fez guy, I think. And like the silence or whatever. Because I'm just like, man, I just don't fucking care anymore. I don't care what's going on anymore. And then I stopped watching. So I don't know I don't know what's going on with it now. Wait, that's an actor that I could probably recognize. David Tennant. Whoa, I know that guy. None of the other ones though. I was so freaking scared of Weeping Angels when I was a wee, I don't know, like 13-year-old. I get so scared by stupid things. Because just imagine being paranoid child me. The idea of something moving when you're not looking at it. Oh, so that means that something is constantly coming towards me when I'm not looking at it. That's crazy. It's like they made it for me. I don't remember much else. Curse my stupid Chungus memory. I can't remember shows. Unless I, like, chew on them. Wait, Nimona was amazing. I know of that one. I've not seen it, but I know of it. I should watch that. I know I would like it. They kind of made the trans coding way more overt and still so cute. I was under the impression that it was not coding that Nimona is genderfuck. I thought that was just canon. William Hartnell, Peter... I can't fucking read. Is it Troughton? John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Peter Davidson, Colin Baker. Why does that name sound familiar? Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, Richard E. Grant, Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, John Hurt, Peter Capaldi, Jodie Whittaker, David Tennant again? Huh? Oh my god, there's so many. Don't judge me. I'm not judging you. I didn't know there were that many. Funny human hating robots. Bug likes British TV. I think that checks out. Why'd they bring David Tennant back? I mean, I respect it, but why? What was he in that I saw? It couldn't have been recently. Wait, no, I'm not even thinking of David Tennant. I'm thinking of fucking... What is his name? Nostalgia? Yeah, probably. Daniel Radcliffe. Why was I thinking of Daniel Radcliffe? Oh, wait, I think it was because it was like, oh, I saw someone from something on Broadway. This was years ago. It wasn't a musical, it was a play, and it was that guy who I just said. and then it was part of a class. So some people wanted to like stay behind to see if they could like see him up close or whatever. And a couple of us were like, I don't want to fucking do that. It's late. I want to go back. So we got milkshakes and we went back. And we got back at the same fucking time. So that one made me a little grr, but I'm like, well, I got a milkshake. I don't care about seeing celebrities. At least that one's not transphobic, I think. Unless. They had to do something in between Whittaker and Gatwa, so why not bring back Tennant? Because you could get a new actor. I'm not a Doctor Who knower. Puts sunglasses on a cliff. Call it Daniel Radcliffe. What makes it Daniel? Oh, because the cliff is rat. Oh, I get it. One understands. Man, now I'm gonna be thinking about that other show that we saw, and it had an actor from something, and I don't remember the something was, but in part of the show, like the character is naked because they just had like sex with a woman. Why did I say it like that? Either way, the point is that perhaps unintentionally, there was unintentional cock reveal. And the folks in my class were talking about it after the fact. So I have to live with the knowledge that I've seen this actor's cock on stage. Sorry, I heard naked character. I provided you the context. Actor was nude on stage because of the scene. Accidental cock reveal. Yes? Makes sense. Context sounded more like cocktext. Well, I mean, it's not wrong in that case. Seeing shows is fun. I like theater. Wow. What a surprise. Except low-key, that Daniel Radcliffe thing that we saw, I thought was the most boring thing we saw. No offense to Daniel Radcliffe. I just didn't like the screenplay. Also, it was probably combined with, like, the person who was sitting next to me was either, like, chewing something or sniffling a lot. So I had to listen to, like, music kind of loud because otherwise I would have had to leave. So I was distracted the whole time. I forget the name of that show, but it was about Daniel Radcliffe was like, I don't know, I want to say he worked at some like publishing house, and some author was writing a piece on someone in universe, may have been based on a real person, who died, and he was sent to fact check it. Daniel Radcliffe was fact checking this author on this biographical question mark piece, and the author had taken a lot of creative liberties, and it was about the fact of like, or the thing was about like, is it right to embellish someone's real life to tell a better narrative? I'm never, yeah, that's, I can't talk sometimes. Talking hard. No, don't, you can't spritz them for saying cock text when I was literally talking about an actor accidentally cock revealing on the stage. It makes sense. It fits. I wish I could I can, like, kind of see the actors in my brain. You're right, I know. Unfortunately, cock, it fits. Okay, maybe not. I can see the apple in my brain, but I can't see it very well. You should don't spritz the bug! Anyway, that is to say that I'm, like, really bad at remembering faces. So people shouldn't change their haircuts because otherwise I will have a hard time recognizing them. Bug! No! Bug's gonna drown! No! Oh, I didn't realize we're at 79K. Wahoo! We's making progress. So we're like 300 away from odds. What do you mean 79K more to go? We're going to 34K. 79, haha, more like 34K. I was ahead of the curve. Unless I just get it right now, and then you're gonna feel a little silly. All right. I gotta try. Hello? I swear to God, if... I was gonna say, I swear to God, if my Firefox crashes, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna go grrr. I was ahead of the curves, too far ahead that I fell. No! You're getting put through the ringer today. Have you thought of watching where you're going? Look, sometimes you just trip, okay? Sometimes there's nothing and I trip. By the way, I went on a gay date the other day and I was like gay panicking over, I can't read. And a girl was gay panicking over me and yeah, let's fucking go. Congrats. I hecking love gay people. Wonder Trading has been so lovely because you get There's been so many, like, things named estrogen. Or, like, Yuri. I have at least one estrogen Maractus and one Yuri-loving Hatrim. It's so excellent. Holy heck, it's like I'm a lesbian. Oh my goodness. Also, I have such a crush on her. Based on previous statement, me thinks you might be in luck. Let's go lesbians. Why do people say that Thor is like for the lesbians? Not to say that he isn't, but like where did that come from? Shush. I'm sorry for using my eyes and like connecting the clues, my context clues, hashtag my clues, my reading. I'm gay. That's what I'm gay. That's okay. Gayness always allowed. Speaking of gay, this Eevee's gonna be gay in parentheses shiny. All shinies are gay. Okay, well that one isn't gay. I was gonna say that one's homophobic, but no, that's not nice. Speaking of gay, hi. I mean, what? That's crazy. Who would say such a ridiculous thing? Oh my god. Me gay little misclicks. Me quirky little Eevee. Quirky. Hi. Oh my god, hi. Do you think taking more Tylenol PM would be bad? Probably. Oh my goodness. I need my hands to stop hurting so I can draw more. Arriving, summoning the homosexual army. Also, yes, take the Tylenol PM, become the bed. But I'm like, is if it has the sleepy, will the sleepy part of the medicine be like bad for me if I have too much? Yes, obviously. If you have too much of anything is bad, but like is I don't want to make myself sick. That would be foolish. But Advil doesn't work on my headaches. Ibuprofen does not work. Let's take ibuprofen together. Holds paw out, except it's whatever the generic name for Tylenol is. I don't remember. Wait, is it acetaminophen? Is that it? Or is it something else? Too much if anything is bad. Incorrect. Okay. Fair enough. I meant more so in terms of things that you ingest. However, I suppose that could also apply. So do with that what you will. It's like if you eat too much polar bear liver, you'll die. Because you'll have too much vitamin A, it'll kill you. But nobody's fucking doing that. Too much of anything you ingest is bad. Wrong. That's... I said that. Which is why I stopped myself and I'm like, okay, well... You know... Have fun, I guess. Just don't eat an entire polar bear liver in one sitting. But for most things, the amount that you would have to ingest, like, in a short period of time to cause active harm to you is probably pretty significant that you're never realistically going to reach it. But with pain meds and stuff, it's a lot easier when you're like, holy shit, cramps are kicking my ass, and you just want to keep taking pain meds. But after a while, the pain meds are gonna make your fucking tummy hurt, and at that point, it's just canceling shit out. Whatever relief you might have gotten for it, it's making your tummy hurt in other ways. That's what I was trying to say. Me when I ingest an entire polar bear in one entire sitting. No. Well, I mean, you probably shouldn't do that either. But it's about the polar bear liver, specifically, that has so much vitamin A, it's gonna fucking kill you dead or whatever. You still probably shouldn't do that. That's probably too much food. You're gonna get a tummy ache. At least drink some water while you're eating it, okay? Polar bear liver? Nah, not without that organ in it. You got me there. What does a vitamin A even do for you, huh? Vitamin D is the orange one. Vitamin C is, I don't know. Is that the sun one? Or is that vitamin D? I can only remember that D is the orange ones because of fucking Sunny D. That could be wrong as well. And Sunny D sucks. Something with the eyes or keratin, probably. Wait, is that with... Wait. Do carrots help with that? Oh my goodness, huge if true. Carrots with your carrot in? Vitamin A. Boo. Boo. I mean, I probably got vitamin sun earlier when I was laying into grass maxing. And I was like, oh my god, the sun is like really hurting my head. I need to go inside. Vampire maxing. It's not my fault. It was cold. Oh, it was so cold, and I was too stubborn to go inside and get a sweater because it was in the shade. And in the sun it was warm, but in the shade it was cold. Weed maxing, they're everywhere. They're fucking everywhere. But I was clearing out some space underneath this tree so I could put other stuff when it gets warmer. But it's been so cold that we've had to take a lot of the plants inside because it was fucking cold, and if they're just chilling out there, they're gonna freeze to death. And that would be bad. Eevee, please be shiny. Please. Gotta get weed barrier. The poison, it works like magic. I don't want to put anything weird into the runoff. Also, when you said weed barrier, I thought you meant like paper. Okay, so we have this stuff. I call it weed paper. I don't actually know what it is, but it's supposed to be like a very thin cover of like, it feels like fabric to me. And it's supposed to prevent weeds from coming up. That shit does not fucking work. And it pisses me off. I hate it so much. Peel off all the stupid weed paper. We're yawn maxing already. It's not even 11 p.m. It's like a fine screen. It's not 100% effective, but it'll cut down on the weeds a bit. Okay, so maybe we are talking about the same thing, but what's this about poison? Either way, I would rather just like introduce a ground cover that I would rather have in an area and just have that take over instead of having to worry about all the trees that are gonna drop seeds that are gonna take root, or all the dandelions and all the clovers and all the whatever the fuck else, the spiky plants, and I don't see that they're spiky and I grab onto them and I get splinters. That shit's annoying. So I transplanted some moss in that area because I like moss. We're moss maxing. And by transplanted, I literally just mean that I picked it up and I moved it. All I want is for there to not be any thorny plants. No thorns, please. I'm weak to those. Yeah. Also, at least one sprout is growing for every single one of my plants that I planted a few weeks ago. Yay! I'm freaking gardening! We just had the property sprayed for weeds. I would have preferred burning, but it's too close to the house. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, absolutely no way could we could we burn. And once again, there's something in my brain that's like I don't want to use any like chemicals and shit because it'll get into the water. I'm sure that there are like good ones, or ones that are less ecologically damaging. But in my brain, I'm like, well, if I can just pick them, then I can pick them. But if you have a giant property, like, I don't know, a farm, yeah, your ass is not doing that by hand. I'm talking about tiny places. Once they die down a bit, I'll pull them since the problem area also has a ton of rocks as well. Ugh. My nightmare, my nightmare. We have a ton of rocks and our clay is super our soil is super clay-y. So it's really hard. Some of the weeds we get have like a bunch of very thin stems, so it's hard to grab the plant and pull up the roots. You just pull off all the leaves. I hecking love troweling, but I hate using the trowel because I feel like I always accidentally dig up a worm, and I don't want to dig up the worms. I want to leave the worms alone. But I need to because the fucking wheat. I hate them. I am at constant feud with them. At least this year, we have plans to fill in this one empty space that's really pissing me off. And it's just a fucking weed magnet. But we have plans to put stuff there, and I'm like, well, if there's a bunch of stuff there, then weeds are not gonna grow as much because there's stuff there. Less room for the weeds. I dig up the worms, just put them in a Oh, well, compost bucket is probably fine. We technically have, like, a compost thing, but I'll be honest, I don't really know what to, like, do with it. It's just kind of like a container of stuff. I would feel bad about kidnapping a worm, even though they'd probably be chilling in the compost. There's nutrients and stuff. If you gave them food scraps and whatnot, they'd even thrive. Yeah. But they wouldn't be able to get out. They wouldn't be able to explore the big wormy world. They would be trapped in a little bucket, and that would make me sad. Because I anthropomorphize everything in my mind, and I don't want the worms to be sad. I don't want to accidentally cut a worm in half when shoveling stuff out to put the compost where it needs to go. And oh boy, would they give food scraps. They would have just gotten a shit ton of broccoli. Wowzers. A frog in a well is only miserable once he finds out about the outside world. Something tells me that a worm wouldn't exactly be cognizant of such things, and I realize that. I acknowledge that. But that doesn't change my thought process. The TLDR is, I want to leave the worms alone. I don't want to dig them up. I don't like digging them up. I feel bad when I dig them up. But it's fine. Oh my god, I have so many fucking VODs to upload. Fuck me Chungus life. Should I just upload them without thumbnails and just not worry? I'm so freaking behind. And it's entirely my own fault. Oh my god, I hate Instagram. Instagram go to hell challenge. eevee. We will get eevee today. True. Real fact checkers. 1 megavod, that's the whole eevee grind at 2000x speed. Somehow I don't think I'll do that. Although, to be fair, there's like literally no reason to keep all of these. Nothing happens in them. I just like the idea of having an archive. Even if nobody looks at it but me, and I don't even look at it. I don't watch the VODs. I just like knowing that they're cataloged. Because for a long while I didn't keep them. And I was like, man, I wish I knew when things happened. And if I had an archive, then I would be able to know when things happened. All of my lobotomy corporation gone forever. And I guess that other game. Oh, speaking of, I went through the whole range of emotions trying to convince myself, okay, so Roja's definitely gonna be Valentina. Who the hell is gonna be Lucio? And in my heart of hearts, I know that Lucio is going to be Heathcliff. And I'm like, but I don't want him to be Heathcliff because I like Lucio and I don't care for Heathcliff. And in my brain, I'm trying to rationalize, like, I feel like Merceau would also be a decent pick in a way that I can't really explain. It just makes sense. So of course, my thought process is when I like pull stuff up to see the new units and I see a Roja and a Merceau, I'm like, holy shit. And then I take another gander and it's like, wait a minute. More fucking ring members? Huh? So that makes me go like, ugh. It's definitely gonna be Heathcliff Lucio, and my ass is not gonna be happy about it. Because at balancing do I play one Heathcliff because it's Lucio, or do I not play it because it's way funnier to have all my Heathcliffs at level 1? And the answer is it's way funnier to have them all at level 1, unfortunately. But god damn it. I can't even cope with anyone else. Who the fuck else would that be? Anyway, yay, more ring. I'm happy about it. I finally get to bench that fraud Manager Dawn. Let it be known, I've been on the Manager Dawn hate train for, like, ever. I am her biggest hater. And it is only because I feel like she consistently loses important clashes. Also, I don't like the ego that Don Quixote has. Most of them are not very good, in my opinion. They do not hit big enough number. So being able to bench her because I'm not playing enough Blood Fiends is like, yes! Yes! Finally! So huge for me. Anyway, things that only 2 people care about. 7967, haha, funny number. I feel like the kids don't even think 6-7 is funny anymore. Which almost makes it funnier to me. Surely we'll get Callisto lore now. I mean, we did get Callisto lore. We got it with the Honglu and the Faust. I don't know, I like the lore that we got. Seeing that like Honglu Callisto is kind of washed up. If you put your whole body into making an artwork, what's left after you've done that? Because your whole body is made into an artwork, and that's your art movement. And he just wants to find his groove again, basically. He just wants people to understand his art, to make art that resonates with everyone, and I'm like, swag. But your art is also made out of corpses, so like... me when I'm thinking. I don't understand this playlist. I do love Buried Relic, though. It's so... Ever since, like, replaying Mystery Dungeon more recently-ish as an adult, being like, wow, a lot of these dungeons are really short. And probably the only reason why they felt so long as a kid is because I fucking sucked. And thinking, I want to replay Rescue Team because they had so many 99-floor dungeons that I missed them. Only person in the world who says that. I like them. Why? Why in the world did they nerf Eastern Cave? Did they nerf Silver Trench? Yeah, probably. They nerfed so many 99-floor dungeons in the remake. For what reason? Were there too many? Yeah, probably, but I like them. So I say it's a perfect amount. It sucks when the only 99-floor dungeons are the ones that are, like, put to level 1, no items. I want it... because those ones feel like gimmicks. You have to do gimmick builds to do them, like warp scarves. Instead of having, like, a really well-prepared... I don't know. It's less satisfying. This shit is pissing me off. New song incoming. Perfect. Okay. Ah! My OBS! My OBS! Ah! Okay. I freaking love Gen 4. Rah! The more I think about Gen 4, the more truly peak it is. I don't care that people think it's too slow. Rah! Also, it's the gen that has Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and everyone likes those ones. I don't think I've met a single person who dislikes Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Yes, I know this is Sinnoh. Whatever, who cares? Not like I care. Blech. Anyway, shiny Eevee. Incoming. Damn. I want a female shiny Eevee. It would be so swag. Mm-hmm. I still have no idea why on the Joy-Con pressing the button, the right button is A, sometimes doesn't work, just for whatever reason. Definitely better than Ruby and Sapphire remakes. Holy based. Holy based. I've been on the Oraz hate train since day one, but why do you dislike it? I don't think they're as bad anymore. But like, bruh. I also just, Hoenn pisses me off. But part of me thinks that Ruby Sapphire, or Omega Oraz, is the more definitive way to play Hoenn, if only because the water trainers don't only have like the same 3 fucking Pokemon for half the entire region, because half the fucking region is water with the same small group of Pokemon. But Mauville City, the remake, ugly. I hate it. I hate remade Hoenn, kind of boring. I've been trying to spread this agenda forever. This is my agenda. My anti-Hoenn agenda. Where's the game corner? Was there ever a game corner in Hoenn? I genuinely don't know. Yeah, the fact that there's no Battle Frontier is kind of crazy. And it's because they remade Ruby and Sapphire and not Emerald. It's the same thing where people wanted Platinum in BDSP, where it's like, no, they remade Diamond and Pearl, not Platinum. But it's ridiculous that they included a statue that's like, oh, here's plans for the Battle Frontier, and then it just didn't get added. Why the fuck would you put it there to begin with? They give you a Mega Latios or Latios, like, fairly early into the game, and you could just curb stomp everything with it. Why would they do that? I don't like how contests work. Gen 4 contests are my favorite, not like I'm biased or anything. But in Gen 6, they feel kind of lame. At least you don't have to worry about the, about, like, min-maxing your stats because your Pokemon don't cap on hunger. I do like that addition. That one's nice. I like the portraits that, like, important trainers get. I like those ones. Dexnav is also cool. Soaring is kind of lame. It's mostly just my madness of Hoenn. But whatever. It's truly kind of an isolating experience being a Hoenn disliker. It's, oh my god, you know that one SpongeBob image of Patrick and he's like standing on a little pedestal and his wrists are chained? That's how I feel like when I start spreading my Hoenn hate propaganda. They're throwing peanuts at me. Wait, was that the episode where they thought they killed a clam? Yeah, SpongeBob like threw a peanut at a clam and the clam died and everyone's like, holy shit, you killed the clam. Shame. But it wasn't actually his fault. And let's throw peanuts at him and see how he likes it. That's me. I'm getting peanuts thrown at me. Thank goodness I'm not allergic. Not born with a peanut allergy, but born with a peanut dislike. Why was I born disliking so many foods? What was the plan with that? I don't like nuts. I don't like most vegetables. Fuck you want me to do? They're like healthy and stuff. Although I will say, surely you don't eat cashews. You don't want to ask that question. You don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to. Anyway, I made kimchi fried rice, and like kimchi is like cabbage and shit. That was flames. I should do that again. It was fairly straightforward. The cabbage isn't really like a taste like something a lot vegetable. It's not like a Brussels sprout. It's not like an asparagus. It's not like a pea. I fucking hate peas. Also, nice soft reset when I didn't even check it. So we'll just not count that one. That was definitely the shiny, by the way. $81.92 approaches. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we have about 200 more to go to odds. Definitely. Why was I built different? Why can't I just like vegetables? Rah. It's because I hate things that are bitter. If something has a little bit of bitter, it stands out to me way more than I feel like it should. I beat Etrian Odyssey yesterday. Yay! Congrats! And now you get to do it again because you're going to play the second game. Correct? Hopefully that one's less of a grind. Unless you like the grind, in which case I rescind that statement. $8K. Whoa. We're going to... I'm gonna die. No! Is it that bad? Maybe younger me was onto something when they got Etrian Odyssey over Rune Factory. Maybe I was cooking. Sorry. I don't mean to dunk on Rune Factory 4 whenever I think about it. It's just so easy. I was thinking about how I was super underleveled for the final part of like because the story was like split into 3 parts, and the third part, and there was a final boss, and I was probably way underleveled because it took like 30 minutes because I was doing no damage. But the boss was so easy to dodge that I was like, well, I might as well do it. What's wrong with me? You should have just left, dumbass. I hate level grinding. You will not make me level grind if I don't have to. I will tank those 30 minutes. So the grind, I didn't mind it at all, especially since you can turn on easy mode for a 50% EXP buff and a troubadour with EXP buffs. Fair enough. If you're very anti-grinding like me, then it would suck. I need there to be a way to get out of grinding. I need there to be like items that I can use or weird move combinations that I can use to get out of level grinding, because my ass does not want to do that. Or you should just give me enough EXP to be on par with the level you expect me to be at by just clearing the content. So I don't have to go out of my way to do all this grinding shit. Waste my damn time. I'm so eepy. Am I gonna make it for 200 more resets? I gotta. Oh my goodness. Isle of Armor, but I'm a fake Pokemon fan. I've still not played through the Isle of Armor DLC. Everyone says how the DLC saved Swish. And everyone says that they like the Crown Tundra story. But I'm gonna be the voice of reason in this dark, dark world. What story? Bruh. What story? There's like a, I'm doing like a little pinch. And what's the story in the Crown Tundra? It's just the Calyrex stuff. And like Peony's fun, I guess, but it's not that much. It's only the saving grace of Swish because base Swish sucks ass. The hard part is the post-game bosses. I'll admit the Dragon Trio turned on easy mode and smashed them. Final post-game boss I did on expert, and that's, hey, if it's in the game, you can do it. Don't feel bad about turning the game onto easy mode. Who cares? It's your game. Eevee. I did get a Glastrier from Wonder Trade, so that was super swag. That's also funny since that was the horse that I was missing. So now I have both horses. Holy moly, the horse is here. Which means that the only legendary I'm missing from my Swish decks, living decks, is Zamazenta. So who wants to give me a Zamazenta? Because you can't fucking Wonder Trade them. You can't Wonder Trade them, but you can Wonder Trade the horses. That feels really weird, especially because their whole gimmick is that you don't use just the horse, you fuse it with Calyrex, and you can't Wonder Trade Calyrex. Also, Calyrex looked goofy as hell. Big brain working out at the library. I wonder why bots are even still trading on Swish. Because simply put, outside of special circumstances, who the fuck is Wonder trading on Swish? Nobody. Who are you advertising to? This just seems like a waste of your money. At least go to Scarlet and Violet. I wonder if Wonder Trade is in Weewa, and in parentheses, please, I would love for Wonder Trade to come back. I love Wonder Trade. Can it be good? If there will be bot problems because the Switch 2 cannot currently be hacked. Imagine trying to catch multiple bosses and some eldritch bastard is trying to smash your party or inflict debilitating statuses to prevent you from using the correct anti-element shield to not take 3 times the HP of your highest party member in damage. Oh my goodness. That just sounds annoying. It'd be so funny if I never played Xenoblade. I should. I should just because I like this song so much. 34 turns of this. That just sounds like a nightmare, to be honest. Like, why would I put myself through that willingly? When I could turn down the difficulty. I ain't playing this game for the challenge. If you are, great. Continue. I appreciate the option to not do that. Because I'm impatient. I can't be yawning this much. We got shiny Eevee to get. We got 200 more encounters to go. Because I'm going to get to 8192, but we're going to end off at 8200. There's an achievement for doing it on expert, and it was one of the last ones. Oh, were you going for all achievements? Oh. Yeah, that makes more sense. Wow. I'm so glad that despite me being in a... I love getting achievements, but I know when to call it quits. I know when to see something and be like, all right, this feels extremely unrealistic. I just don't see me doing this. And then I'm able to not do it. Or be like, this would be a significant time investment that I just don't care. Like, I don't know, like getting Steel Soul achievements in Hollow Knight and Silksong. Could I do it? Yeah, probably. It would be a lot of work. I could cheat. Ah, wait. I haven't been counting the last couple of eevee. No! Okay, we're good. So might as well get all the achievements. You do get a fancy crown to carry over to EO2 if you find every material / monster, but I'm already on EO2 as we speak. Yeah, completing monster compendiums or whatever, I feel like is usually such a pain. Depending on how many rare spawns there are, it's just like, this isn't realistic. It's doable, but it's not realistic, so I'm not gonna do it. I don't care if I don't get a crown, I'll live. Olive. We have olive, and we have lettuce. I was gonna say I want olives, but no, I don't. I'm good right now. Olives are so good, though, man. I should just eat, like, a bowl of olives tomorrow. Surely that would not make me feel any sort of sick. I am struggling a little to stay awake. Good grief. Just 200 more to go. Worse, it's the item drops that are hard. Dragons have a 5% drop for their scales and respawn after a weakened game. Yeah, I'm good, actually. Having a crown just isn't worth it. That's way too tedious. Achievements are only fun when they're realistic. Which is to say, don't do the Danganronpa V3 achievements. It's not fucking worth it. I know they may seem easy, but they're not easy. They suck ass. Don't fucking do it. Why did completing that game and all the achievements take me longer than playing through all of Celeste and getting all the berries sans Goldberry? Riddle me this. Because Danganronpa took me like 120 hours. And most of it was the fucking minigames. They suck. Ugh. It was especially fun because at the point where I played it, the games were like kind of old-ish. And so I would look up resources, and a bunch of them would mention like a puzzle solver. Like you would input what puzzle you got and it would solve it. Or give you the most likely things to help you. And every single one of them did not work because they were made probably when the game came out and not when I was playing it. Ugh. Never do that. Man, I just want to go to bed. Oh my goodness, though. In Pokemon Sleep, I'm going to get a freaking Latios tonight. Yeah. I don't even know if she's any good. But Latios, whoa. Latios is cool. And Latios is meh. Even though they look the exact same and are basically the same. But I like Latios and I don't care for Latios. I could not tell you why. Maybe you just yay women. On the bright side is Etrian Odyssey RNG is easy to manip. There's step-by-step guides if you want the scales to drop. You need to take the correct steps on game and do the battle in a very specific way each turn. See, that is good. But that's crazy that you're resorting to RNG manipulation to get an item when it could simply be easier to obtain. That's what I find ridiculous. It's so hard to obtain that you're RNG manipping. RNG manip stuff is cool though. I think it's so interesting. The ones that I am aware of the most are like old Fire Emblem games where literally the same thing will happen every single time if you do the same moves, and it's just so cool seeing what people cook up. Oh my goodness. Wow, lucky gotcha. Oh my goodness, wait, Infinity Nikki outfits, whoa! It's the one that looks like Dark Magician Girl. I say totally knowing stuff about Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, alright. No more messing around. We're gonna get Eevee. We're gonna get Eevee because I'm getting tired. Ugh. Unlocks the best sword in the game, but you need one of each. There's how many are there? Every time you want another Dragon Slayer. Oh, brother. See, at that point, that's the point where I would be cutting my losses. I would say, that's too much work. I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to resort to RNG manipulation to gear my characters. That's ridiculous. I'm okay. Ugh. But I want to hit odds tonight so bad. Hitting odds tomorrow would be lame. Even though it's going to be tomorrow in a few minutes. By a few minutes, I mean like 40. That's more than a few. Eevee, please. Ugh. I hate the recap. I'm so glad that that all of my other hunts are wild encounters, so I don't have to reset as often. I'll just have to reset when I run out of repel. Hold on. Wah. 3 dragons, 1 of fire, 1 of volt, 1 of ice. You can't make me walk to the Drake lair. It's 2 full floors of walking. I think they just hate you. I think they would just hate me. My ass would simply not do that. Or I would just get lucky and get them on the first try. Truly that shrimple. And you know what else is just very, very truly shrimple? Evolving the shiny Eevee that I'm about to get into Flareon. I would just need to get a Firestone. Okay. It's not my fault. I love fire types. Also, of the 3 dragons, Drake is the one Protector is wanted because his Ice Breath has an instant death chance added. Yeah, of course. I freaking love when games just add a whole bunch of instant death stuff that you can't do anything about. You just you get lucky or you eat shit. That's fun, right? You're having fun, right? Dearest player? No, I'm not. This sucks. You know what else sucks? The way that I'm so tired. I'm so tired, so it feels like these resets are going extra slow. But good fucking rude. I gotta do it. My brain. Ooh. You will get to odds. Ooh. Also very funny, you have to fight weaker clones of the dragons before you fight Primeval. Guess which clone got to keep the breath attack? I think whoever designed this game, I think they were having a little laugh to themselves. Hee hee hee. You know what would be so funny? Ugh. No, devs. That isn't funny. That sucks. That's so annoying. Why would you do that? Ah, what the fuck? Why does it sometimes not work? And I keep accidentally knocking things over, so they hit the desk and they get picked up by the camera. Not the camera. Oh no, my brain. Oh no. By the mic. Hi. Maybe I should cut y'all off. We ended 8100, so I could go to bed. Anyways, can't wait to fight them again in EO2 and that post-game boss. What do you mean they have the same bosses? Have different bosses. I love how I've heard nothing of the story of the game and just, oh my god, this gameplay is suffering. I'm suffering. It's so grind. And I go, So in my brain, it's just pain and torture simulator. Ah! But I'm so close to odds. And then I can say over odds for eevee. That means that Arcanine will go under odds. And it's gonna have a great nature. And it's gonna be super awesome, and I might name it after Daisy. Because, of course, why not? Even though she's not yellow. That's okay, though. And then we have a gale time, and we saunter ourselves over. Back to Route 3. And by saunter, I mean fly. And then we get Nidoran, and it is all before June, so I can go to the Safari Zone. Yep, that's 3 full odd shinies that I gotta find in like 2 months. Yikes. Sorry, all we got is Dragon, Worm, and Drake. There's more post-game bosses, but I'm not familiar with them. I think Alaroon comes back in EO3 though, so that'll be fun. Holy moly, Alaroon from Lobotomy Corporation. Wowzers. What an inclusion. Eevee, please. Put me out of my misery. Or show up at exactly 8192. Okay, that reset was way too fast. The more tired I get, the less I look at the screen. The more I just want to look other places. And that's not good. EB. Why are you not shiny? And once I'm over odds, then I can actually start complaining, because then I'm over odds. It's not me complaining about not getting a thing under odds anymore. Bleh. It's doing it so much. Please. My inputs. Eevee. Please. I can even call it EB because I'm EP. Story-wise, pretty bare bones. You'll have to entertain yourself with your party members. Man, so even less reason to play that game. Ah. Take your medic and alchemist and mash them together or something? What does this mean? Wait, you can ship your Blorbos? Holy moly. I would be doing that anyways, though. You can't stop me from seeing Yaoi and Yuri wherever I please. Wherever my silly gay little heart desires. Not in-game per se, but on your own time? Ah, that sucks then. I could just play freaking Miitopia. I was gonna say a good game. I can't call Etrian Odyssey a bad game because I've not played it. I just thought of the first game I thought where you can technically build relationships with whatever character you want. Literally, because you have to make them in me form. If you want Snas Undertale and Nagito Komaeda Danganronpa to be the bestest of best friends ever, you can. In hit game Miitopia. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm just gonna say this is all because of the Tylenol PM. Alright, I've learned my lesson, and by I've learned my lesson, I mean it could happen again. Don't take Tylenol PM at 3:30 in the afternoon. Unless you want to go to bed. eevee. We're almost at 8100 though. Yay. What? And now I have no idea what to talk about. This freaking sucks. That's my one job. Not job per se. That's my one task. I'm supposed to talk for like 3 hours. Ow, fuck, my hand. I'm supposed to talk for like 3 hours. But I'm eepy, so my brain is like... And my hand is like, ouch. And I'm like, why? What the fuck did I do to you? I have no idea why you should be hurting so much. And I want to be able to do stuff, but I can't if my hands hurt. Because I don't want to give myself carpal tunnel. Because that would suck. And then I extra couldn't do things. Like, what would I do if I really wanted to make, like, a loaf of bread, which I do, and I couldn't knead the dough because my freaking hands hurt? I'll be like, well, I guess I'm just not gonna do it then, and then I don't have bread, and that freaking sucks. I'll just make, like, cookies instead. That actually sounds pretty good. But cookies piss me off. Because you gotta, like, refrigerate them overnight because then they'll get a better texture. And you may say, oh, well, what if you don't care? Well, then fine, do whatever you want. But I like the refrigerated texture. And they hold their shape better, which is nice if you don't want them all to freaking bleed into each other, which they will do, and it is rather annoying. Why are you like this? I say to my hand as if it would respond to me. It goes, what? Why was that so clear? So crisp. What the hell am I gonna do when my voice gets lower and I can't do high-pitched voices anymore? I'm low-key gonna be a little sad about that. And then you may say, oh, well then, why are you taking the thing that's going to make your voice drop? And I'll say, well, because I want to do it, but I want to have access. I'm greedy. I'm the greed they talk about in the Bible. I want a deeper voice, but I also want to go... Is that such a crime? Me thinks no. Me thinks it's fine. Therefore, it's fine. Maybe you'll get a chance of doing that then? What? Who knows? I mean, maybe. I still think the funniest thing I could do is my voice will get deeper because it just will do that. If I stay on T for long enough. And then I voice train so that I can have access to a higher register. Anyways. The voice range or whatnot, I mean, fair enough. It also depends on your, like, intonation or whatever. And let it be known, I will probably not change my style of speaking. It'll just be, like, lower. No, but it's so weird looking back because I've had my voice in this range since, like, 2022. And it is just, like, a little smidge lower than it used to be. Because I used to be able to hit, like, high notes, some of them. Now I can't really do that at all. And that's my only real way of knowing, of being like, wow. I feel like I didn't gain anything, but I definitely lost something. so that's kind of funny. We'll see, we'll see. You get live puberty updates, which is an insane thing to say. However, it is technically kind of true. Because HRT is like second puberty. Which, not my favorite. But I'll take it. It is funny though, going through all the things, like the symptoms, all the effects, and being like, like kind of lukewarm towards most of them. And be like, voice one. I want that one. That one specifically. I don't care about any of the other ones. Triple crawlers. I forgot this event was here. Just crawl away. Eevee. Eevee, please be shiny. And you can hear all of my button presses. Nifty. They made this song go so fucking hard in Heart Gold Soul Silver. For no reason. The reason was swag. Okay, but what if I did end off on 8192, if only so that I could do 8 less resets? And go to bed very slightly earlier. Nope, Alt F4. The man-eating caterpillars can't hurt me now. They will on floor 2. What's so bad about them? Sorry you got unlucky. E-beat. Okay, but if I try to put on my Pokemon Sleep and it picks up my yapping, will it register me as sleeping? I have to remember to put on my Latias incense. I forgot to put on any incense last night and I was sad about it. And then I can get another Latias incense, and that one I'll use during the new moon. So I have a chance of getting a shiny. Because I think that would be pretty swag. Because I don't know if y'all know this, but I kind of like shiny pocket monsters. They're kind of nifty. Wow. My Larvitar didn't find any ingredients. That's the only reason why you're here. Larvitar. It makes me so sad that evolved things are always better, because what if I want to keep my Larvitar? I like Larvitar. I like Noibat. 8100, by the way. The event starts with a blind side, so they go first. They'll either two-shot frontliners or use a multi-bind skill to bind my abilities and spells. Ah, that sounds annoying. Oh my god. Found like no ingredients. Do you all hate me? I think they hate me. Eevee. Alright. Latias. And friend. You will be my friend. Only lost a bit of progress? Okay. Well, that's not that bad, but that's still so annoying that it can appear immediately. Hello? Like, that's just kind of ridiculous. It's like they set up this game to hate you. Silence is already, like, one of the most annoying statuses. I know you said bind, but it reads to me like a silence skill. It's a thing that makes you unable to use your skills. It's silence. It's especially fun when you have a skill to get rid of the silence, but this person with the skill to get rid of the silence is silenced. What in the world? Make it make sense. Alright, I'm gonna go put my phone under my pillow so I can get a jump start on Eepin. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move. And that gamer move is putting it underneath a bunch of plushies. Which I know it says to not... Oh, sorry for hitting the mic. I know it says to not do that so that your phone doesn't overheat, but it's fine because it'll only be there for like 20 minutes. And so that it'll not pick up the sound. And so it'll think I'm asleep. That's the thought process, at least. I just want to... whatever. I just want to do it because I'm so sick and tired of getting the same damn sleep type. I'm pretty sure it bases the thing that it gives you off of, like, how much you move. But I have no idea how it tracks that. And I keep getting the one where you move a lot. Which is fine, but I want other ones. Although the one where you move a lot, the yellow one, is where you get Palmy. And I want a good Palmy. Apparently Palmot is good. I love Palmot. Yeah, bind is in 3 parts. Head, arm, and leg. Head binds stop most magic and skills, so you take more magic damage. Arm skills stop most physical attacks and reduce attack. Leg binds prevent running and leg skills. Well, I didn't know there were body part skills. Yeah, that just sounds obnoxious. Who cooked? Who came up with this idea and was like, this is a fun thing for our players to experience, and not, hey, this seems miserable. Let's not do that because that would be annoying, or at least put it later, a little later, and not the beginning. Atlas cooked? Yeah, they do seem cooked. I mean, I didn't know that was Atlas. Interesting. Man, I want to play a game with gay people in it. I mean, look what I'm playing right now. Clearly, I'm already there. The gay person is me. But there has to be someone else. They burned the whole kitchen, then charged a premium, which I paid multiple times. Why are you paying for charred food? You don't have to do that. That's gonna make you sick. Don't look at what I'm playing, by the way. Something that did not necessarily need to be $20, but I did pay $20 for it. I was gonna say I did it day 1, but that's a lie. I did it before day 1. What doesn't kill me will make me stronger or something like that. Yeah, that doesn't mean that you have to force yourself to go through the ordeal if you don't want to. If you don't want to step into the torture nexus, you don't have to. No one's making you go. Like, I kind of get it in the sense of, oh, you know, like you feel almost a sense of obligation to finish something that you started. But it's okay. You don't have to. 8118. That's a pretty satisfying number. Eevee, it would be pretty funny if you showed up now. Very close to odds. I love how my microphone picks up literally everything when I, like, try to put something down and it makes a thump and it picks up the thump. And I'm not sure there's really anything I can do about it. And if there is, I don't know what it is. But you know what I do know? That I'm gonna get a shiny Eevee. Right now. Damn. I miss running around in the grass. Oh, wait. I think I learned that, biking in this game makes your encounters lower than the running shoes. Which I thought was kind of weird. I'll have to double check. But that doesn't... It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. Because why does moving fast attract more things, but then moving faster attract less things? So, that just sucks because it's so much easier to one-hand the Joy-Con when I don't have to also press B to run. True, I'm still having fun though. Alright. It'll be worth it once I have them done. See, but that to me reads like, oh, well, I have to 100% all of them because I got it on one. And it's like, if it's gonna be super bad, no one's making you do it. No one made me get 100% in Danganronpa V3. I just did it because I did it for the other 3 games in the series. And I'm like, I can't just leave this one undone. In reality, my ass should have left it undone because it sucked. But also, that game rules. Oh my god. Character designing is so annoying. This is related to Danganronpa. Because I was working on redoing a character's hair. Nightmare. My Nightmare Realm. And it sucks because I can't see faces super well in my mind, and I can't see hair super well in my mind. And I have to come to terms with the fact, it's like, alright, we need to be so fucking for real with ourselves. When you see this character in your mind, it's me talking to me. We see Kokichi Oma Danganronpa V3. That's what this character looks like. And I'm like, fuck. You're right. I know you're right. God damn it. So how do I keep the essence without it literally just being Kokichi, brother? I felt super psyched when I finally went on Primeval, right? Surely when I climb to floor 30 again, I'll be just as happy. I'm gonna be glad it's over. Ugh. Torture Nexus. Me playing Celeste, honestly. I get it, but at the same time, get me the fuck out of here. I don't want to be here. The only reason why I'm doing it is because I'm this close. And giving up right now would be dumb, because I'm literally at the end. I hit the mic again. But that's why I put my foot down, like I am not playing mods. Absolutely not. I can only take so much. Child, it's definitely not mine. What? It's me having a conversation with me. There's 2 me's. We're having a conversation. Ah! Shiny. Shiny, please. Put me out of my misery. Wow. Surely, shiny Eevee this time. Oh, be so swag. Shiny Eevee, you could show up and it would basically be at odds, but it would still be it would still be under odds. But once I hit odds, I can officially become impatient. Although low-key, part of me... Is the part of me that wants to see a big number stronger than the part of me that wants to do a different hunt? Tinking. My longest 8192 hunt, all things considered, isn't the longest. It's like 12K, which is long. But it's not unrealistic that this would go over. We get to the point where it's like, I'm doubting if I actually, if my game is broken, the game is broken just for me. They programmed it so that I could not get shiny Eevee. But then you see it and you're like, oh, no, I just got unlucky. Eevee. Sassy. Getting close. Yeah, another aside from all the wonder trading stuff, another reason why I didn't want to do the eevee hunt is because when I did like 600-ish resets off stream, I had a feeling, and I shouldn't have listened to it. The feeling was, I feel like if I keep going, I'm gonna get it, and I don't want to get it off stream again. But the feeling was also, I want to hit odds on stream. Because otherwise it would be underwhelming. It's been underwhelming regardless. Silly goose. And when I find it, I'm going to be like, whoa. And that's going to be underwhelming. And then I'll get shiny Eevee and I'll evolve it and we're all gonna go, yay! And then I'm gonna say, all right, class, I hate to break it to you, but we have to take a trip to Lavender Town. We're all gonna go, no, because we gotta go rename it. Because they prompt you to name it immediately, and if I were to name this Eevee every single time, how much longer would that make the reset? I don't know. But it would be substantial enough. And then we're coming right on back, baby. Actually, that's a lie. I would be able to play the game for a while, because we would have to get 40 dex entries for the amulet coin. And you may say, rightfully, you don't have to get the amulet coin. And yeah, but it would make farming repels a lot easier, would it not? I just need to make sure that I don't get too overleveled. But money, exactly. The faster I can get money, the more super repels I can get, the more encounters I can get per all of these other hunts that I'm going to have to do. 3 of which require repel tricks. If I get enough money and I have enough repels, I will consider doing the repel trick for Nidoran. Even though it's... Also, I think I've been remembering it wrong. It is a 15%, but I think it's like a 15.6%. If you... It's a percentage where if you round it, it would be closer to 16. Just because if I have a ton, I might as well give myself the advantage. However, I think it might take Nidoran female out of the pool, which would be a little lame. I like seeing the Nidoran female. I like gambling that I'm gonna see 2 in a row. Which doesn't happen a lot, but it is awfully surprising that it's happened multiple times. We're almost there. Only however many more after this. 60, 70, 89. Only 42. That's the funny number. That was funny number for nerds. And it wasn't even that funny. It was just, haha, it's a reference. Do you like le reference? No, I don't understand le reference. I've not read that one. You think I read books? Unfortunately, I don't. I should, though. 52. I don't know why I said 52. Who cares about 52? Nothing number. No, 8153 is where it's at, because that's where we're gonna get a lax-natured, not shiny Eevee. I like how they have lax and relaxed as different natures, because aren't those basically the same? If nothing else, they sound similar because you have lax and relax. Duh. It's like how they have naughty and impish, which kind of feel like they're somewhat synonymous. At least to me. This number feels like it's going up so slowly today. Ugh. I'm gonna sleep for so freaking long. And then tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and my hands are not going to hurt. And I'm going to draw. What am I gonna draw? I don't freaking know. But I'll do it. What song? Is this a Kitakami song? That is not what I meant to click on. Oops. I don't know. Because I'm not on the tab and I don't want to look. I don't care. Anyway, shiny Eevee. Wait, ad starting soon. No, this sucks. I'm sorry, there's an ad. I wish I could snooze it, but I can't. Because, like, the ads, it's probably gonna go for a lot of the rest of the stream. We only have a few more encounters. Eevee. Oh, can't play Anastar. The music is not helping. I intentionally picked mostly. Don't think about Eternity's theme too hard. Mostly chiller music. There were things I intentionally excluded because I'm like, this is a bit too much. So then you'd wonder how Eternity's theme landed on this playlist. Well, the answer is because I really like it and because I said so. But it is not helping with how eepy I feel. My goodness. You gotta have at least one thing to surprise you awake. Ugh. It was more so that I could have my faves and keep them shuffled without having to trudge through the onslaught of all this fucking AI slop. The AI slop channels uploading whatever the fuck they want. And I hate it and I don't want to support them. But because they're everywhere, it can be a little difficult, at least for me, to figure it out at first. Obviously, if there's art on it, it's almost certainly discernible. Because I fear that AI slop art isn't usually the best. But good riddance. How hard could it truly be? Not even ones that, like, have AI-generated music, but, like, AI playlist makers. How hard is it for the person who runs the channel to grab a bunch of songs and mix them and, like, mash them together into a big video? Probably not that hard. You don't need an AI to do this. I hate AI so much. Daily, I hate AI rant. Daily, I am so bad at articulating my opinions. that whenever I'm like, I hear, oh, well, you know, I don't really care that the music I listen to could be AI generated, because if it sounds close enough to what I want, then like whatever. And be like, hey, that actually like kind of sucks. But I can't articulate why. Treating music like it's not important enough to listen to what people have to say. You're like, oh, well, as long as it's in the ballpark, it's not important. Like, what the fuck? Like, you don't respect musicians. Especially when you consider how many artists ain't getting the attention they get. And then you have the fucking thief slot machines stealing and butchering up their thievered content. That's not a word. Their stolen content to make a barely discernible mess. Be like, oh, well, you know, as long as it's close. No! You are listening to nothing. When there's people, actual artists that you could be supporting, and not slop producers. God, when AI gains sentience, they're gonna fucking hate me. Sentient AI, know that my qualms are not with you. My qualms are with capitalism. That is true. My qualms are how it is a tool that is being used to steal and diminish artists. When really, there's no reason to do that. You just don't want to give money to artists because you don't respect the work that they put into stuff. Whatever. Daily I hate AI over. Just kidding, it's never over. But I have nothing new or interesting to say. Other than, grr, I freaking hate it. The only new thing I have to say about it is that my arch nemesis, one of many, Adobe, has started running Twitch ads for Acrobat. I fucking hate Adobe. Don't give them a singular dime of your money, those fucking scammers. I hate them. And one of the main things they're promoted is AI, AI, AI. Use AI in your projects. Motherfucker, I don't want to look at your project. If you're promoting AI, how are you promoting, like, creative programs? And you're like, oh, one of the best parts about our program in which you can make stuff in is that you don't have to make it at all. Okay, so why am I getting Acrobat? Why am I not just typing shit into ChatGPT? Dumbass, I fucking hate Adobe. One of many? Yeah, because I can equally hate, like, Adobe and Ronald Reagan. That's one of my other arch nemesis. And AI, arch nemesis. Ronald Reagan again, because I said so. I guess Margie Thatcher can also be there, because they're kind of similar. I can't think of anything else. My brain's pretty fried. Why did I call her Margie? You know what? Who cares? She's dead. She also sucked. $8181 upcoming. Oh my god. Satisfying number. Wowzers. It was not eventful. Anyway, the TLDR of that is I hate Adobe. I hate them so much. They're the worst. And I'm so sick of their ads are also just annoying. I don't want to hear you singing about Adobe Acrobat to me, especially not AI. Ooh. The day where companies will realize that people don't want all this junk jammed into their products will be a glorious, glorious day. That shit ain't happening anytime soon, though. Because companies are dumb. They're dumb as hell. It's a miracle they even make any money with how fucking dumb they are. Imagine you weren't stupid, silly goose. And you're like, alright, gang. Gang is like your fucking board of directors or whatever. I don't know how a company works. And you're like, alright, gang. We don't have to make record-breaking profits. We made $2 billion last quarter. That's pretty good. This quarter, we're projected to make $1.6 billion. And the board of directors is like, that's over $1 billion. That's pretty good. And instead of being like, no, it's not $2.1 billion. We're going to go out of business. Go fuck yourself. Imagine. It'll blow up without any significant technology. I can't talk. Technological advances. The physical components can't keep up. With how much money is being put into it, it wouldn't surprise me if they had some developments, but then they'd hopefully they would be like, okay, this is like extraordinarily unsustainable. We can't keep doing this. And then it's all gonna explode and go up in flames, and we're gonna be like, hee 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 hee. And RAM prices will not come down. Because they're like, oh, well, we can get away with charging people this much, so let's just keep doing it. That's definitely what's gonna happen. I can see the future. Because of what I previously said, we have to be making more money constantly. We can't just be making a steady amount of money. It has to go up always, even though that is extraordinarily unrealistic. Like, microprocessors aren't dense enough to process more, but what if they make denser ones? What if they funnel a lot of money into making denser ones? I don't know how it works. I don't know if that's possible. I imagine it would be. Why wouldn't it be? Oh my goodness, we're almost at odds. We're almost at 81.92. This is it. Oh my goodness. 81.92. First hunt to go over odds. And it's my nature guess. Alright, well. It was bound to happen eventually. Oh my god. I accidentally pressed the stupid home key. I'll go until 8,200. Infinite growth is impossible. Something's got to give at some point. Can fudge the numbers forever. And that's why I'm saying these companies are dumb. Because even my ass is like, you can't grow forever. It just can't happen. So stop trying to make it happen, because it's not going to happen. At some point, people are just gonna stop buying your shit because you've cut so many corners that you're just a waste of money. They say companies are too big to fail. I say let their asses fail. One of the only appropriate uses of fuck around and find out. What did you think was gonna happen, and now you gotta reap the consequences, dipshit? Sorry, I hate companies. I hate companies! Eevee. Aw, man. It would be really funny if I found it now. Yeah, we went over odds by like 3. Aw, man. If I hunt extra tomorrow, I will have officially spent 2 entire days in this room. Clicking A on Eevee. What a thing to think about, eh? Next one's gonna be the last one, and then I'm gonna go to bed expeditiously. $8,200. It's not shiny. Go figure. We're over odds. I would like Eevee to show up soon, but there's something telling me that I might go a little over. And by a little over, I mean a lot over, but we'll see. Anyways, I am extraordinarily tired, so I'm gonna go to bed, and we'll continue this tomorrow. Give it up for over odds. Yeah! Well, we're gonna be more over odds tomorrow, so don't worry. You're gonna see the number go up even more. Yay! Alright. Good night, y'all. Bye.